How was like how was life different after you returned?
Well, when I got out of the Marine Corps, it was 1953, and I came back, and boy, there weren't any jobs anywhere. In fact, I hitchhiked to Hyannis because it was ad in the paper for a dishwasher, and it just couldn't. There was no work, And my grandfather by then was letting the bogs go because I wasn't around to help him, and he didn't have any help to help him, so they were kind of going down the tubes, and so I tried landscaping for a while, and that wasn't very productive, so I went to barber school.
Do you see that people's opinions of you when you returned and now are different?
Their opinion of us when we got out of the service and now. No, I think most people realized you went to serve the country and tried your best to do your job. But I think people, for the most part, respect service people. There was a time when they didn't in the Vietnam War era. They really, well, I don't think the kids understood what was going on. I know it was, like Korea, kind of a bad war. All wars are bad.
Korea is often referred to as the Forgotten War. How do you feel about that term?
Too bad, because they lost 54,000 plus people over there. That's a lot of men, women, and men. I don't know if there are any women that were killed that were in the service. Maybe some of the branches might have had women, but that's a lot of men that was a 3-year war. That's 54,000 people. That's a bloody war. I was lucky. I wasn't in on the first part of it. I got there almost a year after, so luckily. But the first few people in there really had it rough.
If your grandchild wanted to enlist, what advice would you have for him or her?
Tell him go to the Air Force. Go in something where you can have a bed at night and hot food. If they had to go anywhere, I would say the Air Force or the Coast Guard, or the Navy, anything, where you're not in the mud and cold and hungry and tired and walking, hiking.
Have you kept in touch with anyone that you did serve with after the war?
Truthfully, they're all dead now. Yeah, all of my friends that I was close with have all died. They're all gone. I'm one of the last survivors, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I keep getting letters from my old platoon for reunions, but I've never made one. I just don't want to relive it anymore. The war's over as far as I'm concerned, I hope. Although I do, like I say, it pops in your head. I don't think there's any way to get it out of your head.
How do you feel about the current situation in North Korea?
Boy, I think there's an awful powder keg there. They're looking for some reason to start it all over again. And I'm not sure. I just hope not, because they've been training and training and training, and they're well set up now. They're hard troops. Boy, even in Korea, they could carry a load. Even I couldn't carry with 5 of us. Boy, they're tough. They really are tough.
Do you think the world is in a better place now than it was when you were serving?
Do I think it's a better place? People are still good people. There's a lot of good people, really. A few bad ones, but for the most part, Americans or whatever nation, they're good people. And I think I'll be glad when things settle down all over the world. we got troubles in our own country, as you know, with these kids are getting fed up with the way things are going, and I don't blame them. We got a lot of trouble in government. I hope it clears up pretty quick.
When is war justified?
War justified. Well, probably Pearl Harbor was a reason. I don't like the way we're going at war now. Going in. I think you have to have a real good reason to risk your men and women. And boy, that's a tough one. I don't know. War is. You have to have an awful good reason to risk your. I mean, the youth is important to your country. Without the youth, then we're nothing. That's why you fellas, you know, you're the future of this country. And it's sad to see young people go off 17, 18 years old, getting blown apart. It's wrong. Truthfully, I don't think we should be in Afghanistan or Iraq. But that's my feeling. I mean, it's like Korea. We would take a position, and somebody back there, you know, we fought under the United Nations, and so we would take a couple of hills, you know, where we were ahead of the line, and somebody would say, hey, come on back, we don't want you up there that far. So all that wasted people and everything, we had to pull back. There has to be a war. You know, if you're going to go to war, you've got to go to win. You can't fight to the 38th parallel and say, okay, that's it. But I guess there were more extenuating circumstances because they were worried China would come in. So I think that's why they stopped. So they said we did our job because we got them to the 38th and they're still there. I don't know what it would take to touch it off. Another war.
Alright, one last question. If you could go back, would you do anything different?
As far as joining the Marine Corps or going back to Korea?
While you were in it, or anything you did after?
No, I think it was a good thing to go in the service. I got my feet on the ground. I think anybody out of high school should spend 1 or 2 years in the service just to, before they go to college. That, you know, it'll settle people down and get their feet on the ground and give them a little discipline, which is good, you know. You really, and you meet all kinds of people in the service. Most of them are good people.
All right. Well, I think we have everything we need. Thank you for
Good.
your time.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope I don't get you kicked out of school.
All right. Thank you.